everybody, welcome. It's Infinite Realms tipping the scales. I've been a little lax on tipping the scales because I'm gonna be truthful. I've been pushing hard to get through this Marvel Legends collection, and then I got some G.I. Joe Classified that you saw probably seen by now. I think Quick Hit comes tomorrow, and I kind of let tipping the scales slip a bit. Not on purpose, just got my priorities mixed up. I really want to, what I'm really trying to do is get this box out of my way. The box is right over here, and it's right in the way. And it's been in the way for over a year, because I've been wanting to get to each and every figure, and it's like, it was a goal of mine, and I'm nearly done, which is the cool part. But anyway, on tipping the scales, today I was doing my normal shopping, and I saw this in my Walmart. Now the funny part about this is Fortnight. It was in the clearance aisle, and I don't have my light on. Can you see it? 10. Now it's marked 10.97. And here's the thing: these Fortnite figures never appeared in my Walmart ever. I don't know what the hell they're doing in the clearance aisle. I never saw them in the regular aisle. They never made it. So they went straight to clearance. And when I went to look up some of the 6-inch figures, a lot of them were not even sold anymore. So it was like, okay. But I decided to get to 3 3/4 because, first off, I thought the Ice King was kind of cool. Pun intended. And, you know, I've never bought any of the Fortnite figures at all, let alone the 3 3/4. So I decided to take a risk and do it. So anyway, I'm going to take this off camera. Now, in case you wonder why I take it off camera to unbox, because I'm going to be honest, I watch videos and I hate the sound of all that plastic going. And so I just take it, you know, I just stop the camera, take it out, and then put it down, and then, you know, start talking about it. So anyway, give me a few moments and that's what we'll do. And probably I've got 4 more Marvel Legends figures I need to film, and I'm almost done with that whole box. I got like maybe 2 or 3 others that I need to do, but it's nearly done, so you know, that'll be a plus too. Anyway, give me just a moment. And okay, here he is out of the box. Now, he's got this really kick-ass mace-like weapon. I really like it. It's kind of different and unique, but still looks practical. And then there he is. Of course, he's got his, you know, sort of, well, shit. Sort of empty-looking face there, which is kind of cool, actually. And I do dig the samurai-like armor he's wearing. That's kind of cool. So, this is my first time dealing with these, and I'm trying to figure out the articulation points here. Is this... Okay, there's wrist, double jointed, rocker. Looks like single joints in the arms, but I can't figure out where the actual articulation points are. That's where typical shoulder, he gets a little blocked, and head, of course. Time out. And I will say, one thing I don't like, when I was bending the elbows, I felt like the figure was going to break. That was kind of weird. Anyway, he, I think he looks alright, though. Could he look better? Yeah, he could. But he's not terrible. Not at all. And this is Jazzwares, by the way. This is not Hasbro. Of course it's not, because, you know, Hasbro doesn't believe in the Lord scale. And you know, that's kind of the funny thing. I guess people are more figure oriented than they were. Because well, damn, that was spooky. It was almost like he was haunted. Because, you know, you can do some vehicles in 1/12, but you can't do a lot. and it's going to be too cost prohibitive, and people would not be able to buy that much. You know, whereas in 1/18 scale, you can do various size vehicles, and you know, they kind of fit in. I was very surprised with G.I. Joe that they went anywhere but after the ram and the coil. I thought that would be the limit on any kind of vehicles. And then, well, they did the flight pod, and I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. But then, you know, going with the hiss and the vamp, that was a surprise. That was a big surprise. You know, then the Dragonfly and all everything else. It's been a big, that was kind of a big surprise. I mean, some people still think they should get a classified flag, which is just not gonna fucking happen. It's gonna be you'll need a house to house that. That's gonna be huge, and there's no way anybody could afford it. But still, I just look back at 1/18 and I'm like, yeah, that's better, because you get just about the same amount of articulation, just about the same amount of detail. I think the only thing really missing is double elbows, and yeah, okay. And I know one company did do double elbows with 1/18 scale, and it didn't look right. But, you know, still, I kind of just dig, you know, the way 1/18 works. I mean, I always have, and it's just better overall, in my opinion. You know, playsets especially, Jesus. You got so many possibilities. I mean, that classic 82 G.I. Joe headquarters. I mean, it's just a solid piece of plastic, but it's so awesome. It is just so awesome, and I absolutely adore it, because it's just one of my all-time favorite playsets. And then, you know, something like the Death Star, and then something like, you know, I mean, it's just all simple, easy stuff that really works. And when you see it, you love it. And it's like, you can't do that in 1/12. I mean, you can to an extent, but you couldn't do the headquarters. You couldn't do the Terrordrome. I mean, the Terrordrome would be the size of a king-size bed. You know, it's just not possible. I mean, it's possible, but it's gonna take up so much space and cost so much. It's just not cost effective to even try. So yeah, I mean, I'm surprised Fortnight didn't do more. I know they did a lot in with both scales, but I'm surprised they didn't do more in 1/18. But you know, maybe that's me. Maybe I'm not understanding something. I do, again, really just dig the look of this figure. It just looks menacing and badass, even though it's got a little bit of goofiness in it. You know, there's a slight Darth Vader vibe to him. I really dig, you know, the paints right there. I mean, that looks real good. And you know, he's got these little things hanging down. These things feel like either soft plastic or leather. I can't tell which. I would say soft plastic, because I mean, why in the hell would they put leather on an action figure? So the other funny thing is, so I grabbed this figure and I decided, yeah, I'll grab it. And I take it to the counter, scan it in. You saw the price tag, it was $10.97. Scans in for $4. I'm like, damn, I got a deal. So I felt good about that too, because it's like, you know, whenever you get a price much lower than what you thought it would be, it always feels good. So I do dig this figure. I mean, it's probably going to be a one-off for me, because, you know, I mean, most of the time with Fortnite, it's like, you know, I see the figures and I'm like, yeah, that's okay, but, and you know, that's kind of my reaction. You know, and that's half my reaction with this one, but I just decided I don't have any, so let me take a look at one and just see what I think. And yeah, I think it's okay. It's not anything, no surprises other than the difficulty with the shoulder, and you know, it's real simple. I mean, honestly though, I do think it's $4 item, not a $10 item. I thought that was a bit high. But then I just decided, hey, you know, give one shot to one. It ain't gonna hurt you. And it didn't. You know. I like it. I mean, it's decent, as the kids like to say. And, you know, a lot of people marry themselves to the 1/12 scale, and I mean, if that's what you want to do. But, you know, I like jumping around scales because it's fun. And, you know, it used to be that toy lines were all different scales, and now they all try to make them the same scale. But they're not really the same scale, because if you look, it's like Star Wars doesn't mix with G.I. Joe or Marvel Legends at all. I mean, it's all, you know, there's just no way to mix those lines. But, you know, beyond that, I mean, most of them do fit. But not all of them. It always seems like 1/12 gets a little bit different with each company. And, you know, you gotta kind of go, yeah, what's up with that? But at the same time, you know, 1/18 has that same problem too. But, you know, I don't see it so much as being a problem. I do, you know, I'm glad I got this guy. I mean, he's interesting. I know nothing of Fortnite, to be perfectly honest. I mean, I really don't. And that's cool. I mean, it doesn't hurt to be curious and look into things. And that's what I was doing here, was just looking at something new. Let me learn about it. And, you know, I found the figures are, you know, they're okay. Not my favorite, not my least favorite either. But that's pretty much it. I just, you know, think he's cool. All right, well, that's wrapping up Infinite Realms, I guess. My $4 purchase at Walmart today. You guys take care.